One of the greatest things about art is that everyone can experience it in their own way. Some artists carefully plan what they want their finished pieces to look like even before they begin. Other artists just start creating and then develop the ideas that just come to them. We often call art that is created in this manner intuitive, because the artist is following intuition rather than a well-mapped plan. Jean Arp, a pioneer of abstraction in the early 20th century, was one of the first known artists to embrace chance and spontaneity. One of the things that he was known for was tearing up pieces of paper and allowing them to fall just randomly on a larger sheet, which he would then glue into place and call this art, finished art. So, while Jean Arp was reinventing the artistic process, there were authors in the same time period who were transforming literature. Rather than follow a pre-planned structure, they would just start writing and allow the stories to develop on their own. What if we were to combine art and writing and make a piece that is completely spontaneous? It just happens. Now, this can be a step outside the comfort zone for some, but it can be very liberating as well. We're going to start with some pieces of string and do something very Jean Arpish. I have here a mixture of white glue and plain water. I added just enough water to make it stirrable. Now I'll take some of these pieces of string that I've cut into some varying lengths, and I'm going to drop them into the glue mixture and just kind of allow it to soak up some of that glue. Now I don't want to stir that because I'll end up with a tangled mess. So we'll just get enough glue on there, and now I'm going to reach my fingers in and grab one piece, work a little bit of that messy glue off of it so it doesn't drip, and then allow it to fall onto a piece of poster board or a canvas panel. Allow it to just stay where it lands, don't move it, and move on to the next piece. Now, pieces, of course, can overlap one another, and we may have one or two that fall off the edge. That's all right. Let me just add a couple more pieces here. Now, once I have all these pieces down, I'm going to just very lightly tap them down with my fingers to make sure that they have good contact with the surface and with each other. Trying not to move them. There we go. And then set this aside to dry. It might be a good idea to do this portion of the process first, and then while the glue is drying, take a look at Jean Arp and other intuitive artists, including some of the examples that I brought with me here. That way, there are no preconceived ideas. Now here we have one that's already dry. It's a puzzle-like composition of lines and of all of the open spaces in between them. Now our job is to fill those spaces. Now a variety of materials can be used. Anything from oil pastels to colored pencils, tempera, markers, paint, regular pencils. I'm just going to start right off here with a nice oil crayon. And then along these edges, write words. Don't really think about it and what it is you're trying to write. Just write down words as they come to you. Then look at some of the shapes. See if an image might come to mind. I'm going to look over here and I see just this reminds me of the smile on perhaps a reptile. So we'll put an eyeball and a nostril and finish off that smile, perhaps some scales. And then of course I'll probably want to color that green or something like that to match. However you fill this in, it's all up to you and your intuition. We have more information about art, and intuition at dickblick.com, plus a wide variety of materials that you can use to complete your piece. Visit us today.